Hi everybody, Captain Andy here on the Drink Tank. This week's subject apparently is satire, and we've been fairly broad about that. We haven't got into any huge specifics about what we want to discuss about satire, so I thought I would be quite broad in my discussion of it as well. Now, it's important to know what satire actually is, because a very large number of people, particularly on YouTube, I think don't understand what satire is. They seem to think it's just a synonym for humour, and it isn't. Now, humour can be satirical, but if humour is satirical, what it means is it's making commentary on something. It's making serious comment or critique or something like that. Essentially, you're being funny and serious at the same time. So it's a funny way of being serious. So although you're using humour, you're trying to make a serious point. There's a serious point at the core of what you're trying to say. You're trying to make some sort of social commentary or something like that. One of my favourite sources of satire is the Daily Mash. I quite like it. I do seem to think they often deliver quite good points through the use of humour. So they make some quite serious points which cut right through to the heart of the matter, and they do it using humour. And I think the humour delivers these points in a way that they might not so easily get across if they were just delivered seriously. Sometimes that's the way it goes. So satire is quite a good thing, I think. Obviously, though, it does depend on the kind of point you're trying to make. Me being a progressive, I tend to like satire where the serious point is one of a progressive nature, not so much one of a conservative nature. The important thing to remember, though, as well, is satire is not above criticism. I don't want to mention names of particular YouTubers because we don't do that on this channel, but there have been a number of YouTubers who've said really dumb things in the past. They've made really grotesquely unfunny attempts at humour, and their defence of it has been, and the defence from their fan base has been, hey, come on, it's just satire. Now, for a start, satire, like anything else, is not above criticism. You can't respond to criticism of something by simply pointing out the genre it belongs to. You can't just say, if someone criticises a drama TV show, you can't say, come on, it's just drama. Well, it makes no sense. That presumes that the thing's above criticism. It's not, or it's immune from criticism. It isn't. But further than that, I mean, satire is a particular type of humour. We're not just making humour for humour's sake. It's not just funny because it's funny because it makes a serious point. And for that reason, you wouldn't want to say something's just satire. That's like an oxymoron. Satire by its very nature is actually kind of serious. There's a serious undercurrent to the point being made with the humour. So we can't say just satire, because that would defeat the object of satire in the first place. So I find that idea, it's satire as defence or backpedaling. I think we're using this idea to say, I don't want to take criticism for this, so I'm going to try and turn it round onto the people making the criticism and imply they haven't got it. They don't get that it's satire. They don't get it. But of course they get it. They're not criticising the humour itself so much as they're criticising the serious point that comes across with it. If a better strategy, although, it would be a dishonest one, but a better one would be to say it's not satire. That way you can say, it's just humour, the fact that it punched up, or whatever, is just a complete coincidence. That would be a better defence if you feel that you need to defend it. But yeah, that's some of my thoughts on satire. I think it's actually a very interesting and potentially very good form of communication. It's a very good way of making a point. It can be a very entertaining way of making a point. But I think it's important to know what it actually is. And it's not a defence for saying dumb things. If you said something dumb, be it through the means of satire or the means of anything else, you're every bit as open to the same criticism, and if you choose to defend yourself, if you're bothered enough by the criticism that you want to defend yourself, you do need to come up with something a bit better than, hey, come on, it's just satire. Anyway, let me know what you think. Goodbye.